Hey guys, welcome back. It's Matt here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a backpack. So this is pretty much for tech devices. It's got loads of pockets and things like that, so it's a tech backpack for me anyway. But this is a pretty nice bag. It's made by a company called STM, and they make a couple of different types of bags in different colors and sizes. This one here is a 28-liter gray bag, and they do all sorts of other sizes and things, which I'll talk about later. So this backpack prices in at £120 or $140, so it's definitely not the cheapest backpack around. Something that was really strange was there was a tag on this bag as soon as I took it out of the box, and once I scanned that, it opened up the app and it did this sort of augmented reality where I can go ahead and build my own backpack and color it and things. That seems kind of strange considering I just bought this one, so I'm not too sure what that is, but yeah. Just thought I'd mention it. In terms of sizing on the website, there was two options. There was an 18-liter as well as a 28-liter. I picked up the bigger size, obviously, but to be fair, I thought it would actually be bigger than it is. But I think it's a pretty good size when I've actually put it on, put stuff in. It seems smaller, but you can actually fit quite a lot in, so I'm actually quite happy with it. Something really interesting is both different sizes support the same laptop size, so even if you get the 18-liter smaller backpack, it can still hold up to a 15-inch laptop. So that goes the same for this, so I'm presuming it's the same height, and you just have more sort of pockets, more width. If you're curious about how lightweight this is, for me, it kind of feels pretty weightless, but I did put it on a scale and it came in about 1.1 kilograms, which I was really surprised at because this thing feels really airy and light, and I couldn't believe it weighed that much, but apparently it does. But when it's on your back, you really don't notice it, to be honest. I mean, I only have my laptop in it right now, and it's definitely not too heavy. Something really nice is this is water resistant, so all of the material, the fabric, and just all of the zips and everything like that is water sealed. It's not waterproof, but it will stop water actually getting in when it's heavy rain or when you get splashed by a car going past or just anything like that. So it will protect your devices to some extent, but obviously you don't want to go ahead and jump into a swimming pool with this because it's just not going to work. But it definitely is very good at water resistance. When you do go ahead and put droplets of water on it, it does sort of just bounce off and it doesn't really absorb into the bag, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want. You don't want some sort of wet, sagging backpack on your back. I mean, maybe you do. I don't. There's a couple of side pockets, and something I like about them is they're zippable, so both of them can either zip up or down. You can have them just permanently open if you want, and you can go ahead and put some accessories, things you want to quickly access, or even just a water bottle in case you just want to, pull it out and have a drink. Yeah, so you can go ahead and do that, which is nice. So throughout the bag, there's three main sections on this one. So it basically has a front section, a middle, and a back section. The back section is for your laptop. It supports up to 15-inch. There is sort of a small pocket in there. And the whole lining of that compartment is really silky smooth. And it overall kind of just feels like memory foam. If you've ever had one of those memory foam mattresses, it feels very sort of soft and cushioned. So that's perfect for when you want to protect your laptop. I'm putting in my MacBook Pro 15-inch without any sort of case or anything, so it's really nice to see there's some protection built into the bag because, that's actually surprising how many tech backpacks don't have cushioning in. But yeah, this one does, so if you do go ahead and bump into things, it's probably going to protect it enough to be okay. There's also a middle section, so this section actually is divided. There's some sort of piece of material which divides it into multiple sections. That's pretty much just a small pocket, and you can use it to store like an iPad or just some books or really just separate some things out, whatever you want to do with it. But there's also this small zippable compartment up on one side. The other side has a bigger zippable compartment. So there's loads of little pockets where you can put wires and USB sticks and all sorts of like small tech things or even just pens. Pretty much anything small you don't want to lose throughout the whole compartment, you can just place in those pockets, which is nice. And you'll notice there's a plastic clip in here. That's really handy because you can go ahead and actually wire through the whole bag and it will go through all the compartments. There is little holes and gaps where the cables can go through the bag. So you can go ahead and put a battery pack in the front of this bag and cable it through to the back and charge your laptop and have another cable going through to charge your tablet in the second section. So yeah, it's really nice being able to cable through rather than having cables on the outside and things like that. It just gets kind of messy, doesn't it? And the front section, similar to other backpacks, it's got like a zip section, which is quite small, and many different pockets. You can use these for pens or small notebooks or even like a smartphone or just cables, anything you really want. There's loads of little pockets in there. Something really nice that you'll appreciate, obviously not right now because we're not flying, but if you actually go ahead and travel, there's this sort of sleeve on the back. So it's kind of like this big belt band type, and it goes over the handlebars of a suitcase. So if you're going around the airport dragging along a suitcase and you don't want the backpack on your back, you can go ahead and put it on the actual handlebars, and that will attach it to the suitcase, and then you can just go ahead and wheel it through. But yeah, throughout the whole backpack, it's quite padded. The front section gets less padded, so it goes more padded towards the back, obviously because it's actually physically on your back, so all of that weight needs to be protected, and you don't want to get sore back. I personally found the cushioning not as soft as I would like, but maybe it is good to be firmer, just it keeps your posture a little bit better. But yeah, they are quite solid cushions. They seem quite firm. And then obviously you have that memory foam liner around your laptop. And then further back you get, the more thinner it is. Now in terms of the material, right on the front section, it's kind of like this paper-like material. And so obviously that's for waterproofing. It needs to be kind of like that anorak material, so water bounces off of it. So that's pretty nice. And overall, I think it looks quite nice and just sort of simple. It doesn't really show off, or it's not really that flashy or anything like that. But if you're holding loads of expensive tech in here, you probably don't want it to be too flashy, to be honest. But yeah, this is the granite black version. It's basically gray. They also have a slate blue version, and also this Windsor wine, which is kind of white, but it's got like a tint to it. So there's a few different color options you can choose from. I personally like the gray one, obviously that's why I bought it, but the blue one's also pretty nice as well. Overall, when I'm loading this up with a bunch of stuff, it's actually quite well balanced due to the way the pockets are made. So you tend to put heavier stuff towards the back and lighter stuff towards the front. And so that kind of balances out really, really well. So when I'm wearing this around, it feels very balanced. I don't feel like I'm going to topple over like some other backpacks I've had. So yeah, I think the design is really good. Obviously, you can adjust it. There is adjustable straps, and you also have the strap going across the front. That's pretty much just to hold it closer to you to make it more secure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. It's a great backpack. It's not like the top end quality. You could definitely get something a little bit better quality on the outside, but inside it does feel very soft and nice. And something that I was a bit annoyed at was that it came kind of creased in the box. So I did have to try and like flatten it out a bit. That sort of mesh material really doesn't smooth well. And so it was kind of creased and crumpled, which you don't really expect for the price. But other than that, I can definitely say all the pockets, the zippers, everything is quite well built. And I can't really see anything happening that would break this bag. It's definitely going to last quite a while. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys later.